Hey guys, how's it going? James here from Butler Farms, and as you can see, I'm inside the shop today. It is December the 31st, New Year's Eve, and it is so windy outside. There's no possible way I can film out there. And I wanted to kind of come to you right here at the end of 2024 and do a little table talk with you. I know these are not some of my more popular videos, but guys, this is where I kind of come to you and be real with you and tell you what's on my mind. So as we wrap up 2024, and this won't be a long one, but as we wrap up 2024, I just wanted you to think about some things. We've had a good year here at Butler Farms, and we've had a good year in the gardens. We've had a good year with the fruit trees. We've had a good year all the way around with hunting and trapping and fishing and those kind of things. Guys, our freezers are full and we are blessed. We are absolutely 100% blessed at what the Lord has provided for us. But as we start the new year, one of my favorite things that's already starting to happen is that the seed catalogs start coming in. And it's not necessarily that a seed catalog comes in that excites me. It's that there's another year that's getting ready to start. Now, 2024 flew by. We were so busy this year, and I expect 2025 will be very much the same. But, you know, as we start a new year, one thing that I want to talk about is, you know, you always hear about making New Year's resolutions. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to do the same thing. I used to make resolutions. I'm going to try to do better at this. I'm going to try to lose a little bit of weight. I'm going to try to go to the gym more. I'm going to try to... Instead of making resolutions, though, what I've started doing is making decisions. And by that I mean, I am looking at things more from, yes, I still think working out and things like that are very important, but I'm making more decisions along the lines of what is best for my family. And so every year when I sit down to start planning my garden, start planning what we need to do as far as hunting season goes, you know, I mean, if we know that we're going to take some deer every year, how do I need to use those? What's the best way that we can use that for my family? Instead, I start making decisions, and instead of it being a resolution, you know, a decision is kind of final. You know, I know it's a whole different subject matter, but a lot of times, you know, my kids over the years have come and asked me, can I do this or can I do that? And my first question is, have you asked your mama? And a lot of times they already have. Now, sometimes they go to her and her first question to them is, have you asked your daddy? Well, you know, the decision's already been made. Well, yeah, I asked mom, but no, there is no buts. The decision is made. We track together. What she says goes, and what I say goes, and that's the end of the discussion. Well, I think sometimes instead of making resolutions, I think sometimes we have to make decisions. Okay? How much of your food are you wanting to raise this year? Are you completely committed? Or now that COVID is kind of in the distant rearview mirror, and you've got you know, a new administration coming in, and you know, people are up, and whatever the case may be, are you backing off a little bit, or are you doubling down? Guys, I'm not going to be political here. That's not the focus of this channel. But regardless of who's the president, every year I'm going to try to do a little bit more than I did before, because I've learned some things, I've done some things wrong, I've done some things right, and I've learned from them. So every year, that percentage of my own food that I'm trying to grow or trying to provide on my own, whether it be through growing it or through raising it or through hunting it or whatever the case may be, is going to go up a little bit. Okay, so make a decision this year. Don't just, well, I'm going to try to garden a little more. I'm going to try to, but that sounds like a resolution to me. Okay, make the decision. I will garden more this year. I will raise this amount of my food this year. And guys, even if it's just, I don't know, you know, tomatoes are the most popular crop out there. I love tomatoes. I grow them. I can them. We've got jars of tomatoes sitting under beds in the house and everywhere else because we're out of storage room for them, because we use them that much. But this year, instead of just, oh, I'm just gonna have one tomato plant, if you've got room for it, why don't you try to grow all the tomatoes that you're going to use this year, whether it's in soups or whether it's however you're going to use them. And you say, well, I don't know how to can. Learn how to can. I will learn how to can this year, okay? Or you don't have to can them. You can chop them up and put them in a freezer bag and flatten them out in your freezer. And when you need them, you can take that bag out and drop the whole frozen brick in the soup, you know? Make the decision, guys. You know, it's not about politics. It's not about this or about that. It's about being more self-sufficient, taking care of yourself, taking care of your responsibilities, and knowing that what you're doing is healthier. It's going to provide enjoyment because you accomplished that. You were able to achieve that. Guys, there's no feeling in the world. I am so tired at the end of the summer. And that's not the end of our growing season, but that's the major part of it. I am so tired because I have planted, I have tended, I have harvested, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There are times where I'm like, I just wish these tomato plants would stop. And then I'm canning and I'm freezing and I'm doing all those different kinds of things. But then when I'm done, guys, I cannot explain to you the amount of satisfaction that brings, knowing that I have provided that kind of nutrition for my family, and I don't have to depend on others to do that. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't going to make this a long table talk today. Those generally, to be honest with you, those generally don't do well on my YouTube channel. But guys, please take my advice. If you learn nothing else from me, with 2025 coming on, make the decision. I am going to be more self-sufficient. I am going to provide more for my family, and I am going to love what I'm doing, because once you get hooked, you're going to be hooked, okay? So, you know, you don't have the in-ground growing space I do. Maybe you have a little small backyard, put in some raised beds. I don't have a small backyard, but I do have a patio. Then put in either some raised beds or some buckets. I don't even have a patio, okay? You got a windowsill. You can at least grow the herbs that you're using in the kitchen, that you're flavoring your food with. That's one thing that you can say, I did that. I'm responsible for that, and I know where that came from. Start small, and every year improve. I didn't say get bigger, because that may not be possible. Get better, and say to yourself, I have decided, not a New Year's resolution, because everybody knows that by February most New Year's resolutions are done, okay? Make a decision. This year I am going to be more self-sufficient, okay? All right, well, it is December the 31st. I got several things I got to do here in the late afternoon, and got to do it in all this wind out here. We got a cold front coming through. That's a good thing. It has been so hot here. Guys, thank you for 2024. Thank you for how we've grown this year. The comments, the thumbs up, the subscriptions, everything. Guys, I cannot tell you how much that blesses me and blesses our family. And this is not about money. This is not about sponsorships or anything else. This is about showing you what a normal family can do when they set their mind to it. That's all we want to do, is share that information with you. And we got a lot coming up in 2025. We're going to try some new things. We're going to get involved with some things we haven't been involved with before. We're going to take some risk in 2025 to try to become even more self-sufficient. So guys, I love you. I thank you for 2024. I'm looking forward to 2025. And you know, the way that you can help us out is liking these videos, watching them to the end, telling others about it, and let's get the subscribers up. Thank you for what you mean to us. God bless you guys. We pray for those out there of you that are watching these. We truly do, and we love you. And until next time, I guess I'll see you next year, because it's only a few hours away now. Guys, we love you. Take care. God bless. This is James from Butler Farms, and we'll be seeing you.